Big Bend has a way of making you feel very small in a very big, beautiful place.
And we were driving to Can-Am toward the international border.
We knew the Rio Grande separated the United States from Mexico.
But what we didn't expect was how simple the crossing would be.
A few minutes later, it felt like we had stepped into another world.
We realized the crossing wasn't going to be the part that we remembered the most.
Because this little ride across the Rio Grande turned out to be a very memorable day for both of us. Hey guys.
I'm Bob.
I'm Barb. Together we make up
HetteshWorld.
What's today's video about, Bob?
Today we are taking the Can-Am through Big Bend National Park. It's not our final destination. We will be heading to Mexico.
And the village of what?
Boquillas, Mexico.
Boquilla.
Mexico.
Boquilla, Mexico.
Boquillas, Mexico.
So stay tuned.
Cha-cha.
We are staying at Big Bend Station in Talingua, Texas, only about 3 miles from Big Bend's western, or what they call Maverick entrance.
So we left the Riverstone behind, climbed on the Spyder, and headed into the park. We weren't just heading toward a border city. We were riding toward a pedestrian crossing in the middle of one of the most remote national parks in the country. The ride today had very little traffic, very few buildings, mostly just road, rock, and desert.
Which somehow made the idea that Mexico was waiting at the end feel really strange to us.
Eventually, the sign started pointing us toward Boquillas Crossing.
The road ended at one very small building and one very small river.
This is what we pictured a small crossing into Mexico.
After checking in at the port of entry, we walked down to the Rio Grande. I'm not sure what I had pictured in my head, but I didn't think it was this little strip of water.
We paid $5 each, and the boatman pulled us across. And we could have very easily walked. I think the water might have been a foot deep at this point.
Yeah. I mean, this was our first experience with the Rio Grande, and the fact that it was so narrow and so shallow, I didn't know. I didn't know if I'd walk out there and be like, bloop, you know, because the boatman was already on our side, and then obviously, yeah, we could have walked.
It was kind of a racket. Maybe if rain season you had a little more water, it might have been a little deeper, but yeah, we could have walked across that.
Cinco.
Yeah.
So that was basically an international travel, HetteshWorld style.
Once we reached the Mexican side, there was 3 basic ways to get into town: a truck, a donkey, or your own 2 feet.
And that walk turned out to be part of what made this day memorable. The road was dry and dusty. Dogs wandered around like I was in a Mexican drama. Donkeys passed us, and the wind was unbelievable, even stronger than it had been on the U.S. side.
And Barb thought she was in the movies.
I was Antonio Banderas. Almost as soon as we reached the town, the experience changed us. Kids came running toward us with bracelets that they had to sell.
Barb, don't buy. Barb, don't buy. Barb bought.
They were happy, but they were also very serious little salespeople, very competitive on who was going to make that sell. One of the little ones was only about 3 years old. You could probably guess how I bought the bracelet. In fact, I bought 2 before I left the town. A little bit more that was happening here than what was actually caught on camera, and we wanted to kind of explain everything to you. So when you first arrive, what goes on, Bob?
We had a bunch of kids run up to us. One of the older kids actually pointed us to the registration office. Even though you're in Mexico, it's a national park, so they want to get a few more dollars out of you. So you had to go register and give them, I forget how, was it $5?
No, $4 each.
$4 each.
Yeah. And then I think they gave you a little wristlet that you had to wear.
Yeah.
Policia. Check it over there. They got 2 restaurants. I think we're going to go into this one because it looks super cool.
And I'm hungry.
And I'm not allowed to buy any more bracelets. So we can walk out there later. Best restaurant to eat at. This is the other restaurant here. I'm sure it's pretty good too, but they were just super nice in that one restaurant. So we'll walk the rest of the town. Boquilla wasn't polished or dressed up for us. Some places were worn, some streets were almost empty, and a kid would skip past or a dog would wander through, and life just kept moving around us. It wasn't very busy at all.
There were small shops, handmade items for sale in different places, but the town itself was quiet. Eventually, it was time for us to make the same trip in reverse. Coyotes coming.
Roadrunner.
Coyotes coming.
There's no Acme company to help you. So Bob's trying to point out the flower, that these were all around the park in El Paso. They got little yellow flowers, they're pretty. But
Of course, everything in a desert has thorns.
I told him it has thorns, he's not listening, and he's like, oh.
We're back in the USA.
USA. How's the dance go?
Huh?
How's the dance go?
What?
The Trump dance?
It's whatever you want to do, baby.
Or golf swing?
Whatever you want to do.
So now we just got to get through border security, which was super easy to get in. They're like, go ahead, enjoy it. Nobody in Mexico cared, just pay $4 here in the wilderness. We're like, okay, $4 each. So now, we'll tell you what it's like to get back in after Bob's been cavity searched. Yay! So, I made it across the border, no problem. I don't know where Bob is. So, here it's pretty lax. They didn't check our stuff. They just said, you don't have this or that. We're like, no. And then, I know because we don't look like criminals.
They do a digital check-in.
Yeah, they did digital check-in, and then they either say it's okay, or you have to do a video chat. We thought we had to do a video chat, because you don't cross the border all the time, but the system decided we were okay. So we're out. USA.
They're in trouble. They messed up.
USA. We're going to ride down to Boquillas Canyon, and then head back.
Once we crossed back into the United States, we decided to take the Can-Am for a ride through the park. It kind of meandered around. It was overlooking the Rio Grande.
And the town we had just come from.
Boquilla. We saw that from up above. And then as we were riding, we come across this bunch of like merchandise on the ground.
So vendors from Mexico must come over, and then they set up stuff here, but there's nobody here. It's all an honor system. They all have cans and stuff where you can pay, but it's a lot more pricier than what it is in the town. but it's interesting.
So we decided to make one more stop while we were on the Spyder.
It turns out that it was a place that had a little bit of a trail. You walk back, and it's definitely an overlook where you can see the U.S. and Mexico and a little bit of the water, but pretty much it's a place where they call wilderness with no boundaries, meaning that animals and whatever can flow freely back and forth. Don't let these fool you. They go in like a fish anchor.
What's that?
And you can't, it's hard to get them out.
Oh, those thorns.
I got them caught in my shorts the one time and they went into my leg. We're not at the Mexican border yet. I thought you'd be able to see it from here. Wilderness without boundaries.
Going to Boquilla. It's pretty much a destination trap, not my kind of thing. Starting out the day, we thought it was going to be very exciting. We're going to Mexico. We'd never been to Mexico before, at least
No.
I had never been
Nope.
before. Crossing the border, we thought it was going to be a torrent river and going to get on this raft and take our life in our hands.
I know.
Cross, and it was like a creek. The whole thing was, I mean, it was fun. I'm not saying it wasn't.
Yeah.
The restaurant, the food was very good.
Yep.
I mean, I'd put it up against any U.S. Mexican restaurant, pretty much American fare Mexican restaurant. It was all right. We spent an afternoon.
I mean, for me, horse riding Big Bend is beautiful. And we
Oh,
have several more videos coming up
gorgeous
that
park.
are going to showcase that. I was super excited to go through border because I'd never really been through border, whatever they call it, border, whatever, crossing before. So I was expecting all this strict stuff, and they're like, yeah, go through. And then on the way back, they're like, yeah, whatever, come in. And then I was all excited about taking the boat over, but I could have just walked over. And then I did enjoy, I enjoyed it now when I think back about it. I didn't really enjoy all that dust because it's amazing how we left the U.S. and went over there, and it was like I was in this Western movie with all this dust flying around. It was crazy. Let us give you a little bit of the history here. It used to be a big booming town, and then 9/11 happened. So when 9/11 happened, they shut down all borders, and then they did open all the borders up pretty quickly again, not too soon after that, except for this border. This border was closed for 13 years.
Yeah.
Totally devastated this town. This town is 160 miles away from anything else in Mexico. So I don't know where they get the food. I don't know where they get the stuff. I have no idea. So it started trying to make a comeback, and then
COVID hit, and then the whole thing flipped upside down again.
Yeah.
So you felt sorry for the town because, like Barb said, just to bring food into that town's tough,
Yeah.
Unless you come over to the U.S. and go to in Big Bend, there's not a lot of groceries
They're probably
around Big
160
Bend.
miles away from us. I mean, coming to the U.S., they're going to be spending big money.
Big Bend, you're pretty much in convenience stores if you want to get anything to eat.
Yeah.
And limited restaurants and stuff.
Yeah, so there's people that live there. It's men, women, children, dogs, but I have no idea how they survive, really, because there's just nothing around them, But the thing that I did notice is that they're happy and they're living their own lives and they seem to have no regrets and they're welcoming to us little goofy people sometimes coming over from the U.S. to check out their stuff and buy their bracelets.
Yeah, you don't have to have a lot of money to have a good time in this world. It's all
about the quality of your life and who you're with. So we hope that you like this video. Please give us a thumbs up. We want you to smash up that notification bell, subscribe, and Bob's going to probably want you to comment.
Come on, let's go to Boquilla, Mexico. Let's go to Boquilla, Mexico.
So guys, remember, we're HetteshWorld.
Come travel in our U.S. border crossing world.
Bye! Next on HetteshWorld.
So we're going to upgrade our RV shower to a spa shower.